this.
It's amazing, I'm the reason everybody fired up this evening. I'm exhausted, barely breathing, holding on to what I believe in. No, you never take that from me. My reign is as far as
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Downtime with RB. And right now, we're going to get right back to Jason Campbell. We'll get to a little bit of Albert Haynesworth and the quote-unquote Redskins way. Rick, why don't you let them know about some of this stuff?
The Redskins way. And I'm going to tie this up to why Jason Campbell really believes in this, that he's, you know, just a minor cog of the team. But the Redskin way. The Redskin way, the way Joe Gibbs did it in the 80s, the 90s, the early 90s. Let's run the football. Let's build an offensive line. Let's win these Super Bowls with 3 different quarterbacks, 3 different running backs. Everything changes. But as long as we got an offensive line, we're good. And in that thinking, that's how the Redskin fan, you know, base their fan base mindset on. Now, with that said, the Redskin way, how should I say this? It's dead. It's gone. Long gone.
Bird.
It died in 1993 with the era of free agency.
When Joe Gibbs left.
1993, free agency started. You can no longer keep a line together. You can't have Jim Lachey backing up Joe Jacoby, Mark Slurve backing up Mark May. You have to build your team different from that now. And if you look at it, most of the teams that won Super Bowls have won their Super Bowls with great quarterbacks.
Not great lines.
Not great lines.
You can get a Super Bowl with a line 1 year. You get a Super Bowl with a great defense 1 year. You get a Super Bowl with a great running game 1 year.
But you won't be able to build consistent winning
You won't have a
teams without having that guy in place.
You definitely won't. And I'm a victim of believing in this Redskins way.
The Redskin way.
I'm a victim in believing it because I remember one time we had a talk and you called it the curse. The blessing and the curse of Joe Gibbs.
Yep.
And it's because we will sit there as Redskins fans. The typical Redskins fan will say, all you gotta do is build a line like the Hogs.
Right.
But do you realize how long it would take to build a line?
How long it would take, B?
How long it would take?
To get the five
guys.
Guys who all could be in the Hall of Fame.
And after you get that line, then you gotta pray to God you can find a good quarterback.
Right. Because there have been NFL teams like Carolina that have had great lines. Carolina just came off a season with 2,000-yard running backs.
But a bum quarterback.
And had the worst quarterback in the NFL, I feel, in the history of the NFL, Jake Delhomme.
And the hilarious thing about that is this. When the Washington Redskins were ready to jump Jason Campbell, they said, you can have him for anything. Anything. If you give us anything, you can have him.
Yes.
Where is he now?
Still here.
Still here.
You can't even get a third pick from him.
take it anymore.
You can't even get a third-round pick for Jason Campbell.
Not even third.
And as I said last week, there's no value you put on franchise quarterbacks.
Which is hilarious because if you think about it, and I know I'm about to jump away from Jason Campbell real quick, because I'm going to let y'all know something about this show here. Every segment, we're going to start out with a quarterback because we feel as though that is the most important position in football.
Yes.
When we talk to Skins, that's what we're going to start with. We will get to everything else.
Unless somebody dies like Sean Taylor, but for the most part, we're going to talk quarterback.
If there's an issue better than the quarterback, we will get to that. But the guys that get cut on this team, that feel like there's a market for them. I feel there's a market because people say there's a market for a Jason Campbell type. Now that's just like when Cartwright felt like there was a market for him.
Right.
Now when Cartwright said there's a market, what did he do? He went out there and tested free agents.
Yep.
And where did he end up? Right back here.
Right back.
And what does Mark Cartwright do about the man that a lot of you all love to hate?
Danny?
No, not the Danny. No, Clint Portis.
Oh.
But you can say the Danny at the same time because if you Clint Portis, then you with the Danny. If you with the Danny, you with Clint Portis.
Mark Cartwright said something that was totally, utterly the dumbest shit I ever heard in my life.
Ever.
He said that the Redskins willingly just market, you know, the great players of the team. They market the marquee players.
No, honestly.
Dummy.
That's what every team does. Ain't nobody buying a Rock Cartwright jersey.
I have never in my life seen a Rock Cartwright jersey outside on TV. Outside on TV, I've never seen one. I've been to the Redskins store. I've never seen one. I've been to Patapsco. Cartwright jersey. There's no dude walking around the Redskins parking lot before a game. We got the Rock Cartwright jerseys. Nobody makes Rock Cartwright jerseys. Ever. But this dude will say that the reason he couldn't perform on Sunday for his 8 times on the field is because he was practicing all the time with Clint Portis.
Are you kidding me?
You kidding me? You kidding me?
You can't go out there and take reps as a running back.
I can't.
Don't practice.
Don't practice.
Because it hinders, you know.
It hinders me kicking off. It hinders me running kickoffs, blocking on punt returns, and that's it. And blocking on and running kicks back. And that goes 25 yards.
That goes into something else with Clinton Portis' bias. We probably didn't say we was gonna touch on this, but we probably need to. Clinton Portis gets a lot of heat.
A lot of heat from this meeting. And also
because he doesn't really, you know, like to practice.
He doesn't like to practice.
Yeah. But if you look at the NFL, most running backs don't practice throughout the week consistently if they're getting 25, 30 carries a week.
And you tell me when the
Portis is a workhorse, and you want this guy to go out there, create an offense week in, week out, but also on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, still take the reps as a running back. How foolish are we as fans? Let that dude have his moment to heal up. That's all we ask.
The reason why is because, like I said, there's a difference. There's the Dan Snyder side, and there's the right way side.
Wow.
And see, if you believe in the right way, then you feel like Dan Snyder's not right for this team. Because he wants to buy stars, he wants to play fantasy football. And for all y'all to say that, I'm gonna go right back to Jason. Would you ever, in your league, if your league takes money, does Jason Campbell get drafted before the 14th round? Does he ever get started? And someone's not hurt? No. And you're Redskins fans, unless you play on this team and you draft him because he's sitting right next to you and their cameras rolling. Now, real quick, think about that practice thing. A lot of people jumped on Albert Haynesworth because Albert Haynesworth stepped away from because Albert Haynesworth, Fat Albert, because Albert Haynesworth stepped away from the off-season conditioning program.
My thinking is, if it's voluntarily, you know, voluntary minicamp, he probably doesn't need to be there. I'm not really worried about that. Now, if it was mandatory and he's not there,
I'm with you.
Please, the fan base have a reason, you know, to, you know, be out of arms with it.
Right.
But Albert Haynesworth is by far the best defensive player we have other than London Fletcher.
Definitely.
He's worth everything. $100 million. Well, it's not even really $100 million contract, but he's worth it.
Definitely so.
I told B last year. I said, B, the value of Albert Haynesworth will not be on his numbers, but it'll be on the numbers of everybody else around him. And that defensive line consistently got more pressure than I can ever remember being a Redskins fan since the, you know, the glory days.
Andre Carter, double-digit sacks.
Ryan
Rackpo, Pro Bowl. All we needed was an attacking style defense.
That's his work.
That's all we needed. Ladies and gentlemen, this segment's almost done. But we got one more segment left. So in our next segment, we're going to get to Tiger Woods and his ways because he come back for the Masters. Gilbert Arenas and there's 500 guns in this house. Why? I don't know. And then we're going to talk about WrestleMania because right now, we got about 30 minutes before it starts out. Duke is playing Baylor. Let's go Duke Blue Devils. Let's get it going. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with y'all in a little while. So, what song is this? I don't know. Bret Hart, Vincent Mack. Bret Hart, Vincent Mack.
Before you're pointed at me, there is a possibility.
I'm about to kill myself.
Better turn that thing.
I'm about to kill myself.